The program in philosophy, politics, and economics at Virginia Tech equips future leaders with the skills required to tackle global problems. Through interdisciplinary research, students gain an understanding of political institutions, an appreciation for economic decision-making, and learn how to logically reason the factors that impact an increasingly interconnected world. Since first being developed at the University of Oxford in the 1920s, PPE programs have spread to over 100 universities across the globe, evolving and enlightening, educating, and equipping students to become well-rounded leaders.
I chose the PPE program because it gave me an intersection between my two academic fields. As a business management and political science major, oftentimes those fields can feel a bit disparate, and sometimes I'd wish that things I'd learned in one class would be applied towards another major. PPE gave me a space where I could see how those two factors intertwined with one another, and I could really explore the intersection of those fields.
It's really interesting to think about things in new ways. Before, I'd really only taken pretty basic economics classes, which just pretty much just lay out very structured, this is how these forces work in the market, whatnot. You don't really think about the, like ethical questions that come up, or you don't think about necessarily the political ramifications. It's good to sort of expand your horizons and get like a deeper understanding or different understanding than just sort of a very rigid understanding of the mechanics.
I really like the fact that it was not a one introduction to economics or introduction to philosophy. It was an integration of all three. It was definitely an advanced class that focused more on a broader point of view in order to get a more deeper understanding of a real world problem.
The PPE program at Virginia Tech integrates research, teaching, and outreach to foster dialogue among faculty, students, and the public, and advance well-being of individuals and societies. Its mission is to train students to develop comprehensive solutions to complex problems in a globalized world. Solutions that are not only economically sound, but also socially, ethically, and politically informed. Above all, the program is guided by principles of academic freedom, integrity, independence, and respect.
I'm interested in solving world problems, and I think I became very frustrated when I was looking at it from one perspective, and I realized that the PPE program was the one program I found that didn't do that. It looked at it from multiple perspectives, and it was really exciting, so I was glad I found it.
The skills you learn in this program are skills that are important and skills that I think are actually quite rare. It can help you sort of discover new ways to think about things that you might have not previously considered.
Just because you want to be a politician doesn't mean you can't study other things, and I think even more so, it would put you at a benefit to think about things from an economic perspective, and when you're a politician is really important, or to think about the ethics of something is really important. So just because you're dead set on being one thing, I think studying something else that could open up more possibilities for you is a really good idea.
With a low faculty-to-student ratio, the PPE program offers an innovative research and learning environment that allows faculty and students to work collaboratively on problems of tomorrow's world. It attracts students who value genuine interdisciplinary learning and equips them to become all-around leaders in the 21st century.
Within the PPE program, I have always been encouraged to come in and ask a question on a current book I'm reading, ask a question about essays we are currently writing, topics that I did not fully understand. We treat office hours and communication with staff as a normal conversation.
Outside of the classroom, for PPE, you can attend the Distinguished Public Lecture, the speaker series, go to the movie night, the book clubs. I was invited to be a part of a colloquium. And because it's a small program still, you have those opportunities, I think, more often.
I think the best thing that the PPE program offers outside of the classroom is the speaker series, because it gives us an opportunity to interact with people who are working on PPE on a daily basis. Many of these people may not even consider themselves a PPE scholar or be aware that what they're doing is PPE, but in practice of their applied skill in their career, they're using these factors of a philosophical consideration, economic considerations, and a political element. And it gives us an opportunity to see the very broad range of career opportunities that exist that can be channeled from a PPE degree.
I like how we have opportunities outside of learning in a classroom to learn current events and see how it affects us.
The PPE major allows students to study some of the most important social, ethical, economic, and political problems that our contemporary societies face. It offers a highly interdisciplinary curriculum with distinct learning outcomes centered on an undergraduate research project. The PPE minor trains students to apply knowledge in the humanities and social sciences to related fields, and thus to examine the world from multiple perspectives and integrate knowledge across disciplines.
In my senior capstone class for PPE, I'm working on a research thesis that looks at standardized testing and why school districts are being incentivized to look at children quantitatively rather than qualitatively, and trying to fix that problem and show school districts that every child deserves a chance and deserves to be looked at for more than just testing.
The PPE program prepares students for a wide variety of careers in the private and public sectors, such as management, industry, finance, business administration, law, journalism, government, international development, and many more. In addition, PPE prepares students for a range of academic programs.
Once I'm done at Virginia Tech, I hope to go to law school, and I'd like to work in an area of the legal profession that intertwines a lot of what I've learned in PPE. I think in many ways the legal profession is a very applied version of PPE because all of these are concepts that you're using in the background, but you're viewing them through the scope of how the law works.
I am going to graduate school for school psychology, and I want to work in low-income school districts. The program here really prepared me, especially as a candidate for graduate school. I was very unique, I think, and it pulled me out of the crowd.
I applied for an internship in the general counsel's office of a large government contractor. They saw PPE as an asset, and I think it helped me ultimately get the job, and I worked at that company for 2 years, and it taught me a lot about how PPE could be applied in the world, and I'm better for it.